Hello, Ma'am El. Good morning. Kawin na po kitang host. Opo. Good morning, Ma'am El. Sir John, promoting to panelist po. Pa-accept po. Ayun. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ay, gawin ko na pong host si Ma'am El para makapag-share siya.
Sure po, sir. Sure po.
Okay, si Ma'am El na po ang host.
Copy po, sir. How about yung isa, sir? Yung si Miss Princess Lovely Joy Tueres?
Si Ma'am Tueres po, pwede siyang magsalita. Teka
Oo.
lang ha. Ayusin ko muna yung settings, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Okay, good, Joy, good.
Okay, Ms. Perez, pwede niyo pong i-start yung video niyo. Can you try? Ayun. Yeah. Okay. Ma'am El, ikaw na ulit yung host.
Sir Simon, nag-PM po ako.
Yes, sir. Wait lang po.
Miss Joy, let's start now. It's 9 o'clock.
Let us all pray for, and the prayer will be presented by our sponsor today, the Chapter House Publishing Incorporated.
Sikoy ko kami gimu tolangi. Sikoy ko kami gimu taal dawoy bulan. Ikaw ang nagbuhat sa kabituhunan. Ikaw ang nagbuhat sa kalibutan. Manama, mawantog ka. Warag po ko ilingkod ko. O Diyos, kahibulungan ka. Busa ikaw lang ang simbahon ko. Manama, mawantog ka. Warag po ko ilingkod ko. O Diyos, kahibulungan ka. Busa ikaw lang ang simbahon ko. Busa ikaw lang ang alagaran ko.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Formally open this webinar, let us all have one of the instructors of Northeastern Mindanao Colleges, Sir January Kailing.
Yes, thank you, Miss Joy. First and foremost, I would like to greet a good morning to all of you guys, especially to our resource speaker, Dr. Pixon, and I would like also to give my heartfelt thank you and good morning to our sponsor, the Chapter House Publishing Incorporated, for your usual support sa lahat ng mga request namin, no? Nandyan po kayo palagi, no? Chapter House Publishing Incorporated is owned by Dr. Winston John Romero Casio, our future congressman. So wag niyong kalimutan soon si Dr. Casio, one of the leader in our country na talagang nagsisilbi para sa ating bayan. Yung mga advocacy niya, i-support natin yan, guys. Okay, so I would like to welcome you all guys at this cybercrime investigation seminar. This is very timely and fitting considering that, again, according to research na binasa natin sa libro, 59% of the population all over the globe is now online. And of course, we have to consider the threat that being brought by this digital world or digital era. We will not simply settle and focus our attention on the convenience that this digital technology offered to us, but we will try also to consider the threat that this technology will brought to us. Okay, and one way to prevent and one way to be vigilant and resilient in trying to countering these cyber criminals in doing their cybercrime is proper education. And I do believe that this platform, this kind of avenue that we are going to hold is a very good step, no, for us to become vigilant and resilient. Most especially that all of us guys, we are influenced by social media, and we simply click links, no, without us knowing that those links are clickbaits. So by having this kind of seminar, we may be able to have that proper knowledge and proper mindset on what to do when it comes to cyber crimes, no? And we are grateful and we are privileged, guys, considering that our speaker, Dr. Pixon, is one of the first trained by the US DOJ OPDAT when it comes to cybercrime investigation. So once again, guys, I would like to welcome you all into this noble seminar. Good morning to everyone. Thank you and good morning. Take it away,
Thank you so
Joy.
much, sir. Thank you, sir. So to really learn more about cybercrime, which is one of the most rampant problems in the world today, let us, let me introduce to you our speaker for today. She is a candidate for a Doctor of Philosophy in Criminal Justice with a specialization in criminology at professional schools, University of Mindanao, Davao City. She completed her Bachelor of Science in Criminology and Master of Science in Criminology, major in Criminalistics at the same prestigious university. Currently, through her active membership in the Philippine Society of Criminologists and Criminal Justice Professionals, she has been actively participating in seminar training as the facilitator in the United States Agency for International Development, seminars and trainings and environmental crime in many parts of the country, and as resource speaker and facilitator of United States Department of Justice, Office of the Prosecutorial Development and Trainings. And her passion and commitment were recognized when she was awarded as one of the outstanding criminologists of the Philippines in academia last 2020 by the Professional Criminologists Association of the Philippines. She also passed the first certification examination in the Philippines, certified by the Cybercrime Laboratory of the United States of America, Department of Justice. She is now a certified digital forensic incident response specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Madam Rowella Cartin Pexon.
Thank you, Joy. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, loud and clear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sir St. John Kailing. Thank you so much for this invitation. And thank you, Joy, for that very good introduction. So again, thank you for having me in your prestigious school to conduct this seminar on cybercrime. I really hope to do it face to face, since I researched about your school and I've learned that there are many seafoods. It's in Surigao. So I love seafood. So maybe one day I'll be visiting your school to eat seafoods and go surfing in your seas. So again, thank you so much for that introduction. So I am again Rowella Perfection, a digital forensic incident response specialist a faculty of the University of Mindanao, Davao City, and a member of PSCCJP. PSCCJP is the organization that helped me where I am today in partnership with the United States Department of Justice. So as mentioned earlier, I was trained by the director of the Cybercrime Department of the United States of America, Department of Justice, for cybercrime, since they know that the Philippines is really in need of assistance in terms of cybercrime. So this is my certification. It was done last year, and it is not a very easy certifications because it has a lot of examination, just like board examination. So to pay back to the United States Department of Justice, I fly to different regions in the Philippines to conduct seminars and trainings for faculty members of criminology schools, the entire country. So that one in the picture right now is in Bohol. This one is in Cebu. So what we do is we gather all the criminology professionals and teachers, criminology teachers, for a seminar workshop that will develop them to be more competent in teaching cybercrime in their students. So this one also, I guess, is in Bicol. And we also had a training in Boracay. And this months we'll be having it in Region 11 in my region. So it will be in Seda hotels for the whole Mindanao region. And next thing is, I think, Region 3, or if not, Region 1. So let me start my presentation with you guys by saying, Madayaw na buntag kamayo huro. So we are all living in a digital world. And I love being in the digital world. It has many advantages and disadvantages, but the advantages, we enjoy it a lot. But along those advantages are disadvantages. And usually these disadvantages results to what we call now as cybercrime. So what is cybercrime? Cybercrime is a crime that involves a computer and a network. So the computer may have been used in the commission of the crime. The weapon in cybercrime is a computer. And when I mention computer, ladies and gentlemen, this is not just limited to a laptop or a desktop with a CPU. It also means a mobile phone with me. You have your mobile phones with you watching me in your area. This is a computer. We also have what you call a smartwatch. Smartwatch is also a computer. Any device that computes zeros and ones is considered a computer. Okay? So cybercrime can harm or is harming security, financial health, psychological, mental, and etc. So in the Philippines, we have phishing. Phishing is when tap the link with a million pesos right away. Sounds too good to be true, right? But according to the ACG training that I had, anything that is too good to be true is not actually true. That may be also applicable in all your dealings in life. Take note of that. Anything that is too good to be true is not true. We have cyber extortion. Cyber extortion is when there is a money involved in exchange for not publishing a certain video of you naked doing something in that video. Data breach. Data breach is illegal access. Identity theft, which is so rampant nowadays. Even in our local areas, in Surigao, identity theft is when you try to make a profile with the name of another person and their picture, posting something online which is malicious. That is identity theft. And we also have harassments, cyberbullying, cyber stalking. So what is digital? We always mention the word digital. What is digital? So digital describes the electronic technology that generate, stores and process data in terms of two states, the positive and the negative. So when we say positive, it is expressed by the number 1 and negative is 0. So anything that we encode in our computer is zeros and ones. These are the two digits. 0 is the negative, 1 is the positive. So for example, letter A. Letter A has a corresponding zeros and ones, 16 digits, that if it is pressed in our keyboard, it goes to the computer, the sets of 16 zeros and ones, and it becomes a letter A in your Word file. So that's a digit. Computer, because it computes the digits that is stored. Positive, 1, 0, negative. So how pandemic made us more engaged in using gadgets? The year 2020 has been repeatedly dubbed as the most unexpected year. That is because it was when there was a global pandemic. And it forced us to stay in our homes for nearly 2 years long. Take note, 2 years long. So if we look at the context of our everyday lives, I reckon that the phygital life of ours will continue. Take note of the word phygital. Phygital is when, as explained by Stillman, is a life where the line between the real world or the physical world and the digital world is blurred or even non-existent anymore. Because whatever we do with all the dealings that we have every day of our lives, we use our computers. When we order food, we use Grab and Food Panda. When we order clothes, we have Zalora, we have Atome, things like that. So almost anything that we do comes a computer already. Just like right now, ladies and gentlemen, seminars are usually conducted physically. You are in a big gym, or if not in a hotel room, a hotel function area, and I am standing on the stage. But right now, because of the advent of technology, we're doing this with more than 300 participants online through Zoom platform. And take note, we should not limit ourselves to Zoom only, because there are many platforms that offers us these types of services. Okay? 8 zettabytes. Did you know that we created 8 zettabytes in the world? Now, the next question would be, how much is 8 zettabytes? Let me explain it this way. We all know what a gigabyte is, right? So 1 gigabyte, how much is 1 gigabyte? If we convert a gigabyte to a text printed of paper, that would be a stack of paper 1,000 feet high. Again, if we convert a gigabyte to a stack of paper, that is 1,000 feet high. So if you print 1,000 of those stack papers, that is now what you call a terabyte. 1,000 of those is called a petabyte. 1,000 of those is called an exabyte, and 1,000 of those is called a zettabyte. So imagine that. As mentioned in the previous slide, we created 8 zettabytes of information and a stack of paper for mathematicians, of which I am not a mathematician. The stack of paper is 1.66 trillion miles high, or 226 round trips from Sun to Pluto. And zettabyte is not the end of it all. 1,000 of a zettabyte is called a yottabyte. Again, 1,000 of zettabytes is called a yottabyte. But that 8 zettabyte was in the year 2017. Take note of this. 64.2 zettabytes was created 2020. So over the next 5 years, 2025, global data creation projected to grow more than 180 zettabytes. So imagine people are so involved with computer and internet this much. Why? Because it's actually getting more, since currently everybody is using computers, starting from this baby trying to watch Cocomelon and up to our grandparents who are trying to check how to open their camera while using Facebook Messenger, or for a rosary prayer, or searching, Googling what are the natural remedies for arthritis. They are all using the internet for everything. So we have two types of people in terms of cybercrime. We have digital natives and digital immigrants. So when we say digital natives, these are people who were born 1980s onwards, 1980s up to present. Those are called digital natives. And on the other hand, there's what you call digital immigrants. So when we say digital immigrants, these are people who are born 1979 and below. Again, digital native, digital immigrants. My question now is this: is technology changing our behavior? To all of you 318, and we are also live on YouTube, to all of you who are watching me right now, ask yourself, is technology changing my behavior? Is that a yes or a no? Of course, the answer is yes. Why? Because for one, the internet and computer have certainly changed the way we live, the way we communicate. There's text, there's email, messenger, and etc. Look at this slide. They even changed the way we socialize. When we think of socializing now, if you meet somebody in a conference, it is not just about exchanging business cards. You know, business cards? This time around, we exchange our names of our social media platforms, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other platforms. Now, Facebook for one, speaking of social networking, Facebook is the most popular social media platform in the Philippines. The Facebook had 2.9 billion monthly active users. That was January 2022, placing it as the first in our ranking of the world's most active social media platform. So in the Philippines, there are 88 million Facebook users, or 77% of the entire population of the Filipinos. And surprisingly, majority of them were women. People was aged 18 to 24 was the largest user group for Facebook in the Philippines. The highest difference between men and women occurs within age 18 to 24, where women led 13,000 by population. Next logo that you see, of course, you know this. This is Twitter. Others pronounce it as Twitter. Twitter. So around 6,000 tweets are tweeted on Twitter, which corresponds to over 350 tweets sent per minute. So there were 500 million tweets per day at around 200 billion tweets per year. Now, my current slide is the usual in imagination of you guys when I mention the word hacker. Everyone, I guess, in this platform right now, if mentioning hacker, has this person in their mind. There is something about the internet that gives us the power to do bad things, that gives us the power to violate the law. Why? Because of anonymity. Anonymity is when you know that you will not be caught because you are using fake accounts. You will not be caught because you are just using algorithms. You will not be caught because you are good in social engineering. So it makes us feel anonymous. Hindi ako mahuhuli kasi nga, hindi ko naman account yung gamit ko. Identity theft, remember? So I can just use anybody's name, put their picture in it, and post something nasty about another person online, right? We say things and post things on Facebook. There is what you call now as intelligence, social media intelligence. We all know that intelligence is the gathering of information, covert way, right? But there is now what you call social media intelligence. It is when you do not have to go to the place of the person and ask the neighbors of what their behavior is. Ask their background for it. Because of internet, we can actually research for somebody's background online using through their profiles. We can even know what are they eating right now. We can even know where they are at right now, right? That's because of the digital world that we are living in. So when you think of a hacker, you think of someone like in that picture. But in reality, they are in a room, just like a computer shop if it's a big time group. And by the way, remember that we have three types of hacker: the black hacker, the gray hacker, and the white hacker. Black hackers are those who do bad things in exchange for money, for fun, for politics, and etc. When we say gray hackers, these are people who can do good and bad things depending on what's higher in terms of their exchange. And white hackers are people who are usually using their knowledge on the digital world to cut the black hackers. So usually these are police officers, ACG for one. In PNP, we have ACG, the anti-cybercrime unit. So these are white hackers. Google. Let's talk about Google. Okay. Surprisingly, did you know that there are 15 million Google searches per month globally? But guess what? That 15 million searches was in the year 1999. Google is the most visited website. To put a number on it, it was visited 89.3 billion times in the past 1 year. Take note, 89.3 billion times in the past 1 year. So every day, billions of users rely on Google to carry out their daily searches. But apart from being a search engine, Google also provides a bunch of other services. So this includes Gmail, for one, where we do our emails, email sent to professor, this and that for our thesis, title defense, outline defense, and final defenses. So as well as we have Google News, Google Shopping, Google Maps. Okay, we use that. Along with Google comes IoT. How do you read this? I don't want to read it. I'll just spell it as IoT. I know you are smiling right now because I know what you mean, but that's not the point of this slide. IoT stands for Internet of Things. Again, IoT stands for Internet of Things. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Internet of Things. And what I mean by that is almost everything that we are buying today is connected to the internet. It refers to the rapidly growing network of connected objects able to collect and exchange data embedded sensors. Do you know that you can actually locate your luggage if you're flying, for example, from Manila to Davao because of the Internet of Things. Even our refrigerator right now is connected to Wi-Fi, right? Our televisions are smart TVs already. It can actually search Google. It has applications such as Netflix, right? Because way back 20 years ago, when we say television, it is a screen with a hunchback that offers us channels kung meron tayong pera para sa cable. Kung wala naman, we just rely on an antenna for that. But ladies and gentlemen, because of the digital world that we are living today, we have smart TVs. We even have Android TVs that functions just like our mobile phones if you are using smartphones such as Huawei, my phone, ano pa, meron pang Realme, meron pang Samsung, meron pang other types of Nokia, ganun, no? So smart home, there's what you call smart home, meron tayong wearables, meron tayong smart cities and connected cars. So when we say wearables, these are the things that we can wear, which are actually IoTs. Smartwatch for one. I use smartwatch whenever I jog. The purpose of it is it records and monitors my blood pressure, my heart rate, my stress. So see, it's very possible. Smart cities. Smart cities because there are street lights that is already connected to the internet and detects if there is sunlight or none, then therefore they will turn on themselves. Smart houses or smart homes, where whenever you come in, you just clap your hand twice and then the light is turned on. Whenever you wanted to listen to music, you just talk to Alexa. Okay, so that's smart home. Now, this is the best example of what is IoT looks like.
If you're a parent who enjoys blending technology with your parenting, then you might be interested in this. It's the 361 Smart Shoe. It's a smart shoe that tracks kids' location. Let's take a look. So these things look just like ordinary children's shoes. However, inside the heel, there's a MediaTek processor in there. And what that means is that you're going to be able to track your child's location. You're going to be able to see their position on a map. Another feature you can get is geofencing, so you'll get a notification if the child leaves a certain zone. So it might seem weird to put a tracking device in a kid's shoe, but we are seeing more and more of these gadgets. They do seem to be becoming more and more popular, and maybe it actually makes sense to put that kind of technology in a shoe, because I imagine it might be a little bit harder for a child to lose while they're out and about than, for example, a bracelet or a watch. Something that's quite cool is that you don't have to plug these things in. They come with a wireless charging pad. There's a battery that lasts roughly 2 days, so at the end of that, you just pop them on the charging plate. So these things are launching next month in China, but who knows, if they prove really popular, maybe we'll see them come to other parts of the world as well. Let me know what you think. I'm Luke Westaway, and check out cnet.com/MWC for much more.
See, there's even a smart shoe for kids to be tracked. So we can also, maybe we can suggest that they make smart shoes for husbands, right? Or for girlfriends, or for boyfriends. So our devices now are also voice activated. We talk to our phones, we talk to our computer, we can even talk to our television if you like. All of this information is recorded. Take note that Apple has Siri, Microsoft has Cortana, and Amazon has Alexa, and etc. And there was a contemporary case in Arkansas where Alexa of Amazon was used as an evidence. The case gained national attention because for the very first time, Alexa was treated as evidence in court. Amazon provided the voice recording with the consent of the accused, but the court found not so much weight on the recordings there. So yes, Alexa was accepted as evidence. It's just that there were no related recordings that would relate Alexa in the case. That's why. And so You have to be very careful as users of smartphones, because even if you go to Google Chrome and go to incognito mode, I would like to ask the participants here, mga lalaki especially. Of course, you can't answer because this is in seminar mode, but well, on yourself, why do you put Google in incognito mode when you search? Mostly the answers would be because we wanted a safe engine that would not detect our location. Yes, that's one. But actually, you are using Google in incognito mode because you doesn't want traces of you searching pornhub.com, redtube.com, xxx.porn.com, faketaxi.com, and etc. Right? These are porn sites. And you do not want your girlfriend caughting you searching for that. So kung naka-incognito mode kasi tayo, hindi mo na makikita sa history na nag-Pornhub kayo. But surprise, ladies and gentlemen, actually, makukuha pa rin yung lahat ng na-search mo. Okay? Whatever we encode, we search, and we put in our phone, stored in our phone, can be revived. Can I get a copy of it? The answer is yes. Even if you have deleted the file in your computer already, I can retrieve that file. Okay? Yun na yung maganda. Kasi nung nag-training kami nito, ang ginawa ko agad is sa husband ko, sinek ko yung computer niya, yung system niya. What did he do for the first time nung binili niya yung computer niya? Kita ko lahat doon, kahit deleted na, no? So, okay naman, wala naman akong nakita, thank God. Okay? So again, cybercrime. Cybercrime is construed as using computer as a weapon or instrument for committing crimes. Who are the victims? Us! Tayo ang victims. Kung hindi tayo victims, tayo ang perpetrators. So cyber, the word cyber is an adjective or prefix which is relating to the characteristic of information technology, virtual reality, and computers. And in 2023, the Philippines has top 5 cybercrimes that affects the businesses and the individuals. Number 1, the phishing scams, website spoofing. Number 2, we have ransomware, malware, and IoT hacking. When we say malware, it means malicious softwares. And for one, there's virus. Another malware is Trojan horse, and many others, right? I am expecting that all the participants here are graduating students. That's why you all know these things already. So trends and challenges of cybercrime in local perspective. So what are the challenges that we have locally in your region, Region 12, Region 11? Kasi may magkakapareha lang yan, no? So we have RA 101-75. This law is the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. If you are familiar with Onel de Guzman, who created I Love You virus, I Love You virus during that time is not a crime because there is no law punishing it. So they created the e-commerce law, the government created the e-commerce law, but it will not suffice to the commission of cybercrimes. Then therefore the Philippines joined the Budapest Convention and patterned in 2012 the law that punishes cybercrimes in the Philippines, and that is RA 101-75. And this law is substantive, procedural, and cooperation. Because substantive, the law has the offenses, aiding or abetting by through or with the use of ICT, and the penalties. Procedural because it has interception preservation, disclosure of data, search and seizure, because there are 4 types of cyber warrants if we are talking about RA 101/75 and the cooperation, because it has the international mutual cooperation and extradition because of the Budapest Convention. So there are 3 cybercrime offenses. We have the offenses against CIA of computer data and systems. We also have computer-related offenses and the content-related offenses. So here I'll be presenting to you the types of cybercrime offenses and what are the usual struggle of the Filipinos locally and nationally. First, we'll have the offenses against the confidentiality of computer data and systems. I don't know if this is a familiar case to you. Illegal access is unauthorized access without right to a computer system or application. Ma'am, without right. Without right means hindi ka binigyan ng permission to open a certain phone, for example. Pero kinalikot mo siya, inopen mo siya, without the permission of the owner. That is illegal access. That is without right. Now, there's that one seminar that we had where one participant, a guy, asked me this question. Ma'am, if that is illegal access, then can I sue my wife? Pwede ba daw niyang kasuhan ang asawa niya ng illegal access since kinakalikot niya ang phone ko, especially pag tulog na ako? The answer to that is yes. You can actually do that because that is illegal access. Anybody that has no permission coming from the owner of a certain computer opens that one is illegal access. Next question is, kakasuhan mo ba ang asawa mo? Depende na yan sa inyo. Okay? So this picture you have here are hackers. It happened April of 2022 where authorities arrested 3 persons for allegedly claiming to have illegally access the Smartmatic systems. Smartmatic, yun yung time na pag bumoboto tayo, nandiyan ang Smartmatic. So sila yung nagpo-provide ng computers that we use. They wanted to influence the result of the upcoming May 9 elections, national and local election. So they were caught by the PNP ACG, said on that date. So these identified suspects were Joel Ilagan or Borge. We have Adrian De Jesus Martinez as Admin X and Jeffrey Cruz Limpiado, aka Break Vanguard Universe or the LLR. So meron silang grupo. They are called XSOX group. So what they wanted to do is to hack and change the result of the upcoming elections. The elections where President Marcos won. That's last year. Okay? So that's illegal access. Anything na ginawa mo sa computer or computer system ng ibang tao without right or walang permission is illegal access. Now we have here illegal interception. So this time around, I am showcasing to you the man-in-the-middle attack. So it is a very good example of illegal interception. Man-in-the-middle because the user with a green computer here wants to open a site for his banking. Okay? Online banking, uso na yan ngayon, tama? We transfer funds, GCash, through other banks. We pay through our banks, right? So hindi na siya yung papalitan, exchange of pesos, yung actual na pera. This time around, we can use our bank online. Okay? So, ang gusto ni user, pumunta sa PNB PNB is a platform for PNB Bank in the Philippines. So, pag open niya ng site, www.pnb.com, it was intercepted by the perpetrator with the red computer, and he is now the man in the middle. Yes, the user was able to open pnb.com, the application, but it was now intercepted by the perpetrator. This time around, anything that he inputs, of course, if you do online banking, you input your PIN, you input your information, including your bank account number, right? So, nakapunta ka sa application, pero it was intercepted by a perpetrator, and now he has your information. So, kung marami ang laman ng iyong bank account, pwede niya na yung gamitin, ma-open na yung bank account mo, pwede niya na yun successfully i-transfer sa account niya. So, nandun lahat ng pinaghirapan mo. Next. Data interference. Data interference is the intentional or reckless alteration, damaging, deletion, or deterioration of computer data, electronic document, and electronic data. Message. Take note of the word without right, including the introduction or transmission of viruses. Again, viruses are forms of malwares. So data interference is when you go to a system, for example, a school system, and you try to damage that system. So that's data interference. TikTok. Sino dito ang mahilig mag-TikTok kagaya ko? Cyber squatting. Cyber squatting is the acquisition of domain name over the internet in bad faith to profit, mislead, destroy the reputation, and deprive others to registering the same. So on that slide, I have the logo of TikTok because it was then 2017 na nagawa ang TikTok. And up to 2023, famous na siya, especially here in the Philippines. Kahit bata, sumasayaw na, di ba? Yung ganon sa TikTok. Mahilig din ako doon. That's not a question, by the way. So with over 2 billion downloads, it has become the most downloaded application on Apple App Store. ByteDance is a parent company of TikTok. Again, ByteDance is the parent company of TikTok. Now, TikTok in countries including Japan and US 2019 has registered their domain name, registered domain name TikTok.com. Are you following? TikTok.com. So meron na silang registered name ang TikTok. TikTok.com, meaning may sarili silang website. That's a website. So, after that, the year of 2019, there are two young business partners from Australia anticipating that there is a popularity of the TikTok platform, purchased a domain name called TikToks.com. So again, ang TikTok, ang platform niya official, TikTok.com. Now, these two Australian business partners purchased a website platform called TikToks.com. Magkaiba, tama? But ByteDance, August 2020, ByteDance filed a cyber squatting case against TikToks.com and later amended the complaint to include the newly created domains. Because after TikToks.com, meron pang TikTokz.com na ginawa. Kasi nga, masyado nang famous si TikTok.com. And at the end of it, the two people from Australia were guilty of cyber squatting. So, because there was a malicious intent for TikTok.com. Pwede din na sa cyber squatting, pwedeng, for example, the official site of PNP is PNP. I'm talking about the Philippine National Police here. So pnp.gov.ph, no? Tapos, a hacker created a platform or a website called pnp.gov. But then, ang gov niya, gov.ph. Seems the same, right? So, kapag napunta ka doon sa maling site, sa squatted site, magbibigay ka ng information doon, ang ending, magbibigay ka ng pera and all, anong nangyari? Nakuha ni hacker ang pera mo, pati information mo. Mali yung site na napuntahan mo. So, meaning, you have to be careful with all the messages that you get, with all the emails that you get, saying that your account on PNB was hacked, blah, 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 blah. So, to check this again, please update your information by clicking this particular code. So, pag click mo nun, wala na. It's either may pumasok ng botnet sa computer mo, it's either nakuha na niya lahat ang information mo, it's either there is a ransomware attack already on your computer. Hindi mo na, ransomware is when hindi mo makukuha yung files. Kasi access na niya, ilalak niya yan lahat. Makukuha mo yun ulit kapag nagbigay ka ng pera. Kaya siya ransomware. In exchange for the data that they have, you have to give them money. That's ransomware. Okay? Now let's move to computer-related offenses. So what are computer-related offenses? We have computer-related forgery. Diba? So, madali na lang gumraduate ngayon. Why? Because people are trying to forge signatures, even trying to make TORs and diplomas on their own. That's computer-related forgery. Computer-related fraud. So this is the unauthorized input, alteration, or deletion of a computer data or program, or interference in the functioning of a computer system. I can see participants raising their hand. I have to end my presentation first, and we will have an open forum later. So please save your questions for me. Alam ko nagigigil na kayo. It's either you are a victim of cybercrime, or if not, you're curious about cybercrime. So it causes damage thereby fraudulent intent. So for example, ang pinaka-famous computer-related fraud is phishing. Phishing is when they try to get your information kasi magbibigay daw sila ng promo sa'yo and all. But in fact, all they wanted is to get your bank account and your PIN for them to extract the money that you have in that account. Marami yan. We also have computer-related identity theft. Computer-related identity theft is when yun nga, gagawa ka ng Facebook account, tapos pangalan ng, for example, kalaban mo sa school, mag-classmate, usually magkakalaban yan. Pag pareho maganda, magagalit ang isa. For example, no, gagawa ako ng account. I'll be using a name like Sarah Jenning. Okay. So, kalaban ko si Sarah Jenning kasi mas maganda siya sa akin. Gagawa ako ng kunwari account niya. Pati picture niya. Is it possible to make an account even without the consent of the real owner? The answer is yes. Kasi walang verification, di ba? So, gagawa ko ng account. Ilalagay ko doon, i-add ko muna yung mga friends niya. Tapos, ilalagay ko doon ang mga posting which are nasty para masira ang kanyang pagkatao. So, that is already identity theft. Right? Or you even ask people for money using an account na hindi sa'yo. That's identity theft. Marami nang ganyang nangyari. And so we have content-related offenses. And for one, we have here, ladies and gentlemen, cybersex. Cybersex is the willful engagement, maintenance, control or operation, directly, indirectly, of unlascivious exhibition or of sexual organs or sexual activity with an aid of a computer system for favor or consideration. I also had a seminar like this in one of the universities in Visayas. One participant raised her hand. Student. Kasi Zoom din yan eh. Hindi ako makapunta that time sa Visayas kasi nga busy din dito sa school. So one participant raised his hand. Sabi niya, anonymous siya, pero kilala siya ng classmates niya. Sabi niya, ma'am, I would like to share my story about cybersex. Sabi ko, oh, interesting. Pero natakot ako kasi baka kung ano yung i-share niya sa amin. Sabi ko, sana hindi lang naman hindi lang explicit yung gamitin yung words or yung story niya. Sabi niya, hindi naman, ma'am. I would like to share a modus that we do. So these are students pala. What they do is that on cybersex online, merong nag-hire sa kanila. If you wanted to earn money like 10,000 per week, so mag-fill up ka sa form, tapos tatawagan ka nila, then you go to a den. It's a certain area, parang computer shop siya. Ang tawag doon ay cybersex den. So meron kang cubicle mo, mukha kang call center agent. Okay? Tapos, ang gagawin mo doon is makikipag-cybersex. So, if foreigners, ano yung may OnlyFans? Parang ganyan, OnlyFans. Ang OnlyFans, magpo-post, for example, ako na lang ang example. Meron akong profile sa OnlyFans. Ang mangyayari is, may mga followers yan, parang Twitter, followers. Tapos, gusto nilang picturean mo ang isang parte ng katawan mo na fetish nila. For example, paa. Pipicturean mo yung paa mo. Bibigyan ka nilang pera. Ganon ang ginagawa. Okay? So if they want you to masturbate in front of the camera, then they will. And you will do it because malaki yung pera. Ang sabi niya sa akin yung estudyante, kasi siya, criminology student tapos gay. Ang ginagawa nila, nag-make up tapos may suot silang long hair. Tapos, nagkukunwari silang babae. Yung iba naman, gay as they are, marami din kasing gay na foreigner. So, in a week daw, kaya niyang kumita ng 15 to 20,000. Now, I'm not sharing this to you para ma-encourage kayong gumawa ng ganun. Kasi mali yun, right? I am sharing this with you kasi pwede niyong gamitin itong platform natin ngayon, itong ginagawa natin ngayon, to educate other people, especially your family. Baka hindi mo alam yung kapatid mo gumagawa na din pala ng ganyan. Kaya marami siyang pera. Okay? So that is cybersex. Ma'am, paano naman kung we are in a relationship? Maraming ganun, di ba? Kanang may affam sila. Uso yan ngayon. Wala daw ang true love sa mga Pinoy na daw sa affam. So these are women who would want to have a relationship and would want to settle with foreigners. Pag sinabi kong foreigners, generic yun, hindi lang Americans. Any foreign nationality other than Filipino is called a foreigner. So ayun, nag-a-affirm sila. They have a relationship. They are having sex online with the use of camera. They are manipulating themselves, ganon. Is that a violation to RA 10175? The answer for that is no. Kasi nga, may relasyon naman sila. Okay lang yun. May mga bata nga ngayon na, di ba, yung sexting, yung parang nagte-text lang sila, oh, I'm doing this right now. Can you do that as well? Can you put your hands to this and that, blah, blah, blah. That's sexting. But you are in a relationship. So, okay lang yun. Ang problema ngayon, naghiwalay kayo ng jowa mong lalaki. Naka-screenshot pala lahat ng inyong conversation. So, anong sabi niya? Kapag ako ay hiniwalayan mo, ipopost ko sa social media lahat ng ating convo. Maraming ganyan. Maraming nangyaring ganyan, di ba? So, anong pwedeng gawin? Oh, pwedeng hindi mo siya hiwalayan kasi nandoon yung mga screenshots ninyo, you of doing dirty things. Or if not, magpa-blotter ka agad para mahuli siya. That is sextortion. An example of sextortion. Now, child pornography. Now, this is very sad. There was this Australian couple way back 4 years ago, binalita, because what they do is that they get kids out of their parents, tapos ang kanilang pakulo ay bibigyan ng good life. Dadalhin nila sa Australia, paaaralin nila, I think you know this, paaaralin nila, in exchange na i-adapt nila yung bata para may better future. Now, parents na nasa laylayan ng ating community, yung masyadong mahirap talaga na halos wala nang makain, ibibigay na lang din nila ang anak nila because Filipinos thinking, the stigma is, kapag foreigner, mayaman sila, diba? So, ipinagkatiwala niya ngayon yung 3-year-old daughter niya doon sa couple. But what is happening after that is that yung bata, ginagamit nila for child pornography. For Pornhub.com, there's a premium account. And if you access the premium account, pwede kang makipag-sex online in exchange for money. So may account pala yung babae sa couple, babae at lalaki yun. Yung babae may account, and what they do is that meron silang mga clients. Okay? So yung mga clients na yun, gusto nila mga bata. So ang tawag sa kanila ay pedophiles. So, gagawin ng couple kasama ang bata yung lahat ng request ng client in exchange for dollars. Okay? So, anong ginawa sa bata? Nasa bed siya, nakahubad lahat. Imagine a 3-year-old girl, nakahubad, nakapiring ang mata kasi gusto ng client ganon. Here comes the girl, din siya, naka-mask. Tapos, gusto ng client na pahawakan yung katawan, kaya nga bad touch, pahawakan yung katawan, hawakan ng vagina, ilik ang bibig, ilik ang butt, in exchange for money. Anong ginawa pa nila? Nilagay nila ang 3-year-old baby girl doon sa CR, sa toilet bowl, tapos patiwarik. Remember urolania? It is when after gusto mong inumin yung ihi ng partner mo, ang ginawa nila, pinatiwarik yung bata, inihian ng babae ang bibig ng bata. See? And they get money out of it. And that's very hilarious. That is very frustrating. That is very depressing. And whenever I discuss this to seminars, such as right now, I am so angry with that couple. I am so sad for the child. Yung bata pala patay na, no? So 3 participants raised their hand. I will cater them later. So yun, that's child pornography and it's very, very sad. And hindi lang isa ang kanilang naging biktima. Marami yun. Sa may Cagayan de Oro yun eh. Multiple cases of child pornography yun. So we go back. RA 10175, child pornography. Child pornography is unlawful and prohibited by before RA number 9775. Pero we have the new law for that. We have RA 11930. Criminology students, please remember RA 11930. This is the new law on anti-online sexual abuse or exploitation of children o SAEC and anti-child sexual abuse or exploitation materials. CSAM Act. Again, the law is RA 11930. So if there is child pornography, yun sila. Ano yung ifa-file na kaso sa kanila in violation of RA 10175 ba? The answer is no. The violation is the RA 11930. Kaya lang 1 degree higher siya because with the use of computer and computer system, RA 10175, 1 degree higher ang kaso. Okay? Yung pinakasikat, cyber libel. With, as my example, we have here the Rappler with Maria Risa as the chief. They were, they filed a case against Rappler, particularly Maria Risa, for cyber libel. So cyber libel is an unlawful and prohibited act defined under the revised penal code, Article 355. Remember? So, committed through with the use of computer system or any other similar means which may be devised in the future is cyber libel. So, ito, Yen Constantino, Surigao yun. Nagbakasyon si Yen Constantino at ang husband niya in Surigao. Tapos parang minor accident na nangyari sa husband niya, dinala nila sa isang hospital sa Surigao. Ang nangyari is hindi daw sila na-cater ng maayos and all. They were delayed. And so, pinost niya ngayon yung picture ng doctor and picture ng hospital saying that they are doing this hospital is so incompetent, blah, 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 blah. Kung totoo man o hindi ang sinabi mo, but the purpose is para ipahiya ang tao, that is cyber libel. Take note. Kahit walang pangalan mo or even picture mo, nagparinig lang siya sa'yo, that can be considered as cyber libel. But of course, the burden of proof is you. Nasa iyo nakasalalay, paano mo mapapatunayan na ikaw yung pinapahiwatig niya doon sa post niya. That is still cyber libel. Okay? And so D, ano yung sinabi niya? Nag-post siya against a politician, a wife of a businessman, and the woman is a representative of a certain big group, yung sa mga jeep, no? Talking about her bridal gown na kamahal-mahal daw, bakit daw hindi na lang itulong sa tao and all. In exchange for that, kailangan magbayad ni Enchong D ng 1 billion pesos cost of damages doon sa victim. No? So other than this, meron akong ipapakita sa inyong scams. No? Hindi ko alam kung na-try nyo na to or wala pa. Kung na-try nyo na, please let me know. Kung wala pa, wag sana kayong maging biktima. Romance scam. There was this episode of Maalaala Mo Kaya sa ABS-CBN before about romance scam. Romance scam is when may magchat-chat sa'yo, kung tayo mga Pilipino, may magchat-chat sa atin foreigner, no? Mga fam. So, usually, kapag foreigner ang nag-chat una sa atin, kilig na kilig tayo agad, oh my God, magiging mayaman na ako after this, pupunta na ako sa America, may snow doon. But in reality pala, kung siya talaga yung taong yun at foreigner siya, ang gusto niya lang gawin ay pagkaperahan ka. Anong mga gagawin niya? So, ano sasabihin nila? Usually, retirable na ako and pupuntahan kita dyan sa Pilipinas, pakakasalan kita. Tapos, after months, kasi mahaba ang romance kami, hindi mo makukuha ang isang tao sa isang araw lang. So, after few months, sinabi niya agad na makukuha ko na yung aking retired benefits, especially the money. Kaya lang, nandito ako ngayon sa hospital kasi na-disgrasya ako. And hindi ko dala yung card ko. So, can you actually send me money? Tapos, ikaw tanga, nagpadala ng pera. 50,000, 100,000, even millions of pesos. May ganon, yes. Millions ang worth ng scam. Nagpadala ka doon and all. Tapos, ginost ka niya after mo nagpadala. Diba? Dili di ay tinuod ang iyahang gugma. So, ang tanan, atik lang. So, how can you protect yourself from romance scam? So, first, you always have to consider the possibility that the approach may be a scam, especially kapag foreigner or masyadong maganda yung picture. Try to remove the emotion from your decision-making no matter how caring or persistent they seem, because cybercrime is also related to psychology. There's even what you call the psychology of cybercrime. No? So they will attack our emotions. Sa romance scam, ating emotion ang ina-attack nila eh. I feel so safe with the guy. I love him so much. Tapos yun, na-scam ka. So, you have to talk to an independent friend. The person na hindi masyadong romantic. Yung parang, scam yan, wag ka dyan. Never give credit card or online account. You have to be very careful also how much personal information you share on social media. And one tip, ladies and gentlemen, kung meron ka gustong sabihin against another person, wag mo siyang i-chat sa Messenger. Kasi Messenger yung pinaka-platform natin, di ba, ngayon? May mga GC tayo sa klase, may GC ng 3 lang kayo, kaya ginalibak nyo ang inyong teacher, ganon. Magsisend ka ngayon sa GC niya, 3 kayo. Tapos pagka-send mo nun, yung isa mo palang kasama doon sa GC, galit sa'yo kasi mas mataas ang score mo sa cybercrime na subject. So screenshot, sinend niya ngayon doon sa teacher mo, patay ka. 'Di ba? So be careful what you type. Kasi pag na-screenshot yan, kahit i-remove mo pa, andyan na yan. Kahit nga mag-post ang tao sa social media, tapos libelous in nature, tapos na-realize na libelous pala yun, dapat tanggalin ko. Natanggal na niya, hindi mo na ma-access ngayon, pero alam mong nakita mo. Pwede pa bang ma-recover yun? The answer is yes. Because we have preservation order for all the social media platforms, even if it is not originated here in the Philippines. Okay? So be careful what you post, what you message, and what you say. And the clicking of the links. Ito, lottery scam, di ba? You are the lucky selected winner worth 580,000 from GMA Wawa Win. Obviously, kung tayo yan, alam natin na scam siya. Paano naman kung parents natin yon? Ang parents natin mo patad ba dyan nag-last to? Last to ka ng 649, napadyo mo appeal og ka ng 3 digits, basta sa PCSO tapos local version. So, pwede silang maniwala dyan. And take note, as mentioned, parents has their own mobile phones already. So, paano kung naniwala sila dyan? Nag-send sila GCash kasi marunong sila mag-GCash. Na-scam sila ngayon, tama? Oh. So, importanteng nakikinig kayo sa akin ngayon kasi hindi lang sarili nyo ang matutulungan nyo after this. Your parents, your siblings, your neighbors can be of help of this information. How can we become a human firewall? So cybercrime is a psychological, more than 90% of cyber attacks is caused by human error. 90%, take note. So social engineers play with human emotions and they play them like a piano and they know what buttons to touch to get a certain reaction from you. So what can we do to become a human firewall? It's either you have been a victim, yung mga nandito ngayon, it's either you have been a victim of cybercrime or if not, you are the next victim. So we have to know how can we become a human firewall. Number 1 is awareness. The key to becoming a human firewall is awareness. Whenever I do my cybercrime class in the University of Mindanao, their final requirement is a video presentation of an awareness campaign to cybercrime. My purpose is for my students to help other people in their community to become aware of cybercrime. A talk like this we're doing right now, a workshop, it can definitely help in the prevention of cybercrime. Awareness alone can be the key element in the prevention of it. If someone calls you and asks you for a password after our seminar this day, do you think you will give your information? No. Why? Because you are already aware that it is possible that it's a scam, right? So I'm not sure that you'll give your password all the way. Kasi kung nakikinig ka ngayon, hindi yung parang naka-attend lang, naka-off camera, pero tulog. Okay? So, that is how powerful awareness is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll end my presentation now. Again, my name is Rowella Cartin Pexon. Thank you for having me and for the undivided attention. If you want to reach me because you need help, because of your concerns, my Facebook is ljustice, and my email is rowella_cartin@umindanao.edu.ph. So, After this is an open forum. You are now given your chance to ask me questions, clarifications, or if not, violent reactions. Hello there.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I think we'll be opening for the open forum. So Sir John,
Are you a student, by the way?
yes, ma'am.
Oh, very good. May confidence ka na. This time pa lang. That's very good. Practice more, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Just please ask me questions if there are. Can you let them speak? Yung mga participants, if they are asking the question. I wanted to talk to them directly. Basta yung Facebook ko, Justice, and yung email ko andun ha, para kung may mga concerns kayo. Kasi I usually get this, may mga tatawag, magpapatulong about their cases on cybercrime, and marami na din akong natulungan, not just from criminology schools, but meron ding mga taga-DepEd, meron ding mga na nasa community lang. So they were asking, ma'am, anong gagawin dito? Kasi kung hindi kayo yung victim, pwedeng yung mga relatives ninyo, tapos, di ba, criminology, mangkakabalo jud ka ani. So, saan man siya? So, hindi nyo din alam. So, you can come to me and ask me about it. No? Fourth year ka?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I see. So, you are free to contact me anytime. And the 332 participants, if they'll be asking for assistance about
Yes.
cybercrime. Basta hindi lang pera.
Siguro wala kuan, ma'am. Seminar mode pa man siguro. Wala pa sila naka-raise ng questions.
Yeah. Okay. So, hindi din ikaw yung admin dito. Saan si sir?
Sir Winston atas. Ang
No,
kuan ng admin.
nasaan si
Sir
Sir
John.
St. John Kailing?
Wala siya diri, ma'am.
Or can they be able to chat? Meron bang ganun? Chat? Wala. Webinar chat. Host and panelist lang. Dapat everyone. Ayan. Naka-everyone. Ayan. Sana pwede silang mag-chat. Oh, 3 participants raise their hands na. Santiago Lumpay. Hello? Mr. Santiago Lumpay? Naka-unmute ka, sir. Okay. So, you may now ask me questions. Yung mga nag-raise ng hand, I allowed you to talk. Hello? Hi, Sir JB.
Hello, ma'am. So, wala si
May-
Simon.
May question ka
Meron
po.
pong question dito. May question dito. Ma'am, how do you do po yung retrieve?
Okay. So,
Siguro pag-retrieve ng evidence to, kung ano mang retrieve.
So, that's digital forensic response. Okay? So, in retrieving, we can use many softwares for that. And one is FTK Imager. FTK Imager is a free software. May free siya, may premium din naman. So, doon sa FTK Imager, you can actually retrieve the files that are deleted sa RAM, random access memory. Pwede din yung mga deleted files na nasa permanent storage or ROM. So, yun, marami. Meron pang other than FTK Imager, meron pang isang software, no, na inintroduce sa amin at meron kaming copy nun. You can actually download it of FTK Imager, pero I don't know kung kaya nyo siyang ma-navigate agad-agad kung wala kayong proper knowledge about it. You can YouTube it, by the way. Thank you for that question. Interesado kang mag-retrieve ng files. So yeah, that's the answer for that. There are many softwares that you can use to be able to retrieve files. So, very good, Mr. Neil Christian Almazan, for that question. May he pa sa question niya. Okay, next question, please, Mr. Santiago. Hello? Did you just accidentally click the raise hand button? Atong walang pangalan. Please ask me your
Another
question.
question from Gerard Lim. Ma'am, possible ba maka-join sa anti-cybercrime unit maski dili IT expert like criminology graduate lang?
Okay, thank you, sir. So, wait lang ha. Like criminology graduate lang. Dili ko ganahan sa word nga lang ha. Dili ka criminology graduate lang. We are criminology graduates. I am a registered criminologist, by the way. And for one, I am the digital forensic incident response specialist certified by the USDOJ. So dili ta lang. Now, your question is about the anti-cybercrime unit. Pwede bang makapasok? The answer is yes. Pero yung cybercap na pinapa-open nila, that is for IT experts kasi ano yun? Lateral entry. Officer ka na agad kung IT expert ka. Pero pwede ka pa rin makapasok sa ACG or anti-cybercrime unit kahit criminology graduate ka, hindi lang. Okay? So you're interested. Dili lang ha. Dili ko ganahan anang lang. Okay. Ayan.
Another question from Neil Christian Almazan again. Ma'am, is there any common softwares na we should be aware of in case of hackers?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Sir JB ha. So any common softwares, usually kasi if the hacker wants to be in your computer, to access your computer, hindi nila i-introduce sa iyo yung application na gagamitin nila, no? So the mode of operation is covert. So what you can do is that be careful what you click. For example, sa email. May nag-email sa'yo. Tapos doon sa email may link. Or if not, class, yung pag pumupunta kayo sa pornhub.com, maraming ganyan eh. Bakit pornhub.com yung example ko? Kasi mga bata ito. May mga nagpupunta talaga doon. Tapos may mga click the links doon, di ba? Floating windows. Pag click mo ng window na yon, hindi mo alam, nag-install na pala siya ng malware doon sa computer mo. So, hindi mo alam kung anong gagamitin nilang software. Meron ngang iba, ang ginagamit nila is, i-invite ka nila kunwari, tapos pag click mo ng link, kaya na nilang i-navigate yung computer mo, kahit malayo sila, remote lang. Okay? So, yun. Awareness is the key. Magbasa, dili kay puro lang pud mo click. Dapat basahon ninyo unsay naa. And anything suspicious is wrong. Therefore, ayaw jud i-click. Anything that is too good to be true is not true. Do not forget that. Yes, another question, please. Wala na, sir. Yes, Miss Princess.
There's another question from Rocky Bangkoyo. Hello, ma'am. May I ask your personal idea kung enough na ba sa iyo yung mga effort ng government and private corporations like GCash on our fight against scams, phishing, smishing? And lastly, do you believe na maging safe jud taani sa mga scammers kung magpa-register tag SIM card? Pwede man nila spoof ang numbers.
Okay,
Yan.
so thank you, Mr. Rocky Bangkoyo. So, for the first question, if enough na ba ang effort ng government and private corporation, the answer is hindi. Bakit? Kasi nga, as we develop over days, months, and years, ganon din ang mga hacker. So kahit anong gawin ng gobyerno and private corporations para ma-firewall ang mga scams, gagawa din kasi ang hackers ng development. Ako nyo? So hindi siya, kung may ginawang government, okay yun. Kaya lang enough ba siya? Hindi. Kasi in the near future, dapat forecasted nila, may mga gagawin pa ang mga hackers. So dapat magde-develop. Wala siyang kamatayang development, both sa government, private companies, and doon sa bad side sa hackers. So palagi siyang nag-update. Kaya kayo for one, di ba ang cellphones natin, smartphones, if you're using smartphones, di ba? What do we do? Di ba may update siya ng software? You always have to update your software. Kaya ang GCash palaging may update kasi they fix the bugs that the software has para mas merong firewall doon sa mga hackers. Number 2 question. Do you believe na maging safe jud taani sa mga scammers kung magpa-register ta og SIM card? Pwede man nila spoof ang numbers. So, personally ako, I have registered my SIM card already. Ang isang maganda sa SIM card is that they will require you with a government-issued ID. Ngayon, kung may ID ka na, pipicturean mo yun, i-recognize nila, then they will check if ikaw yun or hindi. Pero tama ka, pwede nilang spoof ang numbers. Or if not, di ba yung iba, ang issue is wala silang valid ID issued by the government. Ang sabi ng gobyerno, pwede daw kumuha ng barangay clearance. And yung barangay clearance daw, enough na to register your mobile number. Ngayon, how do we get barangay clearance? Punta sa barangay, kuha ng clearance. Pero pwede ding gumawa lang tayo ng sariling barangay clearance. So how will you really know if ako yun or hindi? Tama? So this is a very good set of questions, Mr. Rocky Bangkoyo, and I really do hope someday na mas maging malakas pa ang ating system to fight cybercrime. Anonymous attendee, nakita ko na, is dark web real po, ma'am? Yes, totoo ang dark web. Pero please do not try to go there. Mahirap siyang puntahan, pero may mga skillful na tao at pwedeng pumunta. And pinupuntahan ko siya. And kapag nandoon ka, you will really know the possibility. Pwede palang ibenta ang kidney and liver online. Pwede palang mag-post ng picture ng tao sa dark web para ipapatay, magbabayad ka lang ng 50,000. Pwede palang nandoon ang mga credit card numbers ng ibang tao, bibilhin ko para magamit ko sa aking online transaction. Totoo ang dark web. Pero hindi kita tuturuan paano magpunta doon. Ma'am, anonymous attendee, ma'am, di ni si Ja question pero may nahibalaan po ako, ma'am. Good for messenger si Ja. Wala pa na ako si Ja na try sa lain. Notice save iyang app and then kung naapo mo chat sa imo then iyang i-unsend automatic po mabasa sa notice save app iyang gi-chat. Makatabang gihapon ni increase. Well, for that, you have to be very careful with notice save. Why? Registered ba ang kanyang site? Because if not, baka ang ginagawa niya is actually collecting the information or the messages that you have para magamit against sa'yo. No? Padilla Raymar, ma'am, in time comes na wala na ang mga person na matawag na digital immigrant. So possible ba nga mawala sa cybercrime? Through those person like you na mga expert about digital world, sa idyo mga steps na tagbuhat about anak, ma'am. Okay, so in time na wala na ang digital immigrants, I am categorizing two digital natives and digital immigrants, pero this doesn't mean na ang digital immigrant ay hindi marunong sa cybercrime. May iba magagaling, no? Kahit matanda, hindi matanda ang term, once young, kahit once young yan, merong iba na interesado talaga, hindi kasi sa edad yan eh. May mga tao talagang interesado sa computers kahit hindi sila bata. Tama? Meron din namang mga kapanahunan natin, pero hindi din naman gusto ang computers. So, in time na wala ng digital immigrants, meaning mamamatay na silang lahat, tayo na lang ang matitira, pwede bang mawala ang cybercrime? The answer is no. CRI 111, Introduction to Criminology. As long as there are people living in a certain community with existing law in it, hindi matatapos ang crime. Ganon din ang cybercrime, nga no? Because one day, all crimes is cyber crimes. Okay? So dili jud na mawala ang cybercrime. So long nga naay tao nga nagpuyo sa kalibutan sa Pilipinas ug naa ang law saying that what we do is a cybercrime and that is a violation of RA 101/75. Okay? Ma'am,
Okay.
is root
So, siguro,
yes, sir.
ma'am, dito, ma'am, ano, no, hindi na usapin dito if you are
I can actually
old.
see the question, Sir JB.
Yes,
Sariling
ma'am.
sikap po. Okay. What is rooted, ma'am, is rooted devices an advantage or disadvantage? For me, it is a disadvantage. Kasi kapag nag-root ka ng device mo, change mo yung official na OS na meron siya. For example, cellphone. Pwede kang mag-root ng cellphone mo, changing your OS to a certain OS na mas manipulative na ginawa ng ibang tao, not the company that you have. For example, Samsung, meron kang Samsung phone, gusto mo rooted na siya. Kasi pag rooted siya, marami kang pwedeng gawin doon na hindi kayang gawin kung naka-Samsung OS siya. Hindi siya safe for me. That is because it was developed by other people other than the company, then therefore, baka meron silang ibang motives doon. Mas vulnerable ka pa nga na maging victim of cybercrime kapag rooted ang mga devices mo. So the answer for that is no. Ang pinaka pwede mong gawin sa mga computers mo, kailangan kapag may update na binigay ang system settings, i-update mo siya. Because that is for your own good. Ma'am, what are the most damaging cybercrime? For me, the most damaging cybercrime is the child pornography. Because the well-being of our children is at stake. No? Damaging because marami ng buhay ang nasayang, marami ng bata ang naging biktima, and you think yung mga batang naging biktima ng child pornography ay okay pa hanggang ngayon? Maybe they have killed themselves already. There's this one case where nakikipag-online sex siya sa kachat niyang Amerikano, and ang nangyari is nire-record pala nung American ang ginagawa ng bata, nagmamasturbate yung babae, tapos pinost niya sa Pornhub, binenta niya doon, nagkapera siya. Yung bata ay, of course, devastated kasi nakita ng parents niya. She is a high schooler. Nakita ng parents niya, ng mga relatives niya, yung ginagawa niya. Nagpakamatay siya. So for me, it's very damaging. Almost all cybercrime attacks are damaging, but for me, ang pinaka damaging is child pornography. That is why there are advocates that I am I am supporting yung sabi nila, Pornhub is not actually a porn site, but a crime scene. Crime scene because marami doon children, no? So, that's my answer for an anonymous attendee. Jerome Rationable. Good morning, ma'am. I have a question. Paano ma-retrieve ang isang account sa Facebook? Like sa akin, ma'am, my account has been hacked and nagsugod SGA og session expired and nakalimot nako sa password. Pero lahi na email ang nakalagay, ma'am. Na-retrieve pa adto si Jamal. Sayang, manggudto siya. Okay, so if you wanted to retrieve a Facebook account na nakalimutan mo na ang password, go back to your email. Go back to your mobile phone na ginamit mo doon. Pwede kasing yun yung maging tool. Kasi if you wanted to, di ba merong sa search engine ng Facebook, merong part doon na, is this you? So if you say yes, then give me the hint or my security question doon. So pwede mo yung gawing guide para ma-retrieve mo siya later part. So ako, meron akong isang account other than El Justice before. Gusto ko siyang i-retrieve. Nakalimutan ko din yung password ng email ko doon. Ang ginawa ko lang is, ni-reset ko muna yung password ng email ko na ginamit ko doon. And nung na-access ko na siya, nilagay ko na siya sa Facebook as my for my security email para mag-send siya ng link doon sa email na yon. Pag-click ko open, then na-open ko na ulit yung aking isa pang Facebook account. Pero as much as possible, if you're using Facebook, do not log into others' computer. Pwede makilog in. That's so cheap, by the way. Kasi almost everyone now has their own mobile phone, right? So hindi maganda na nakikilog in ka pa sa ibang cellphone sa Facebook mo. And kung may mga jowa kayo, may mga tao dito na may mga jowa, no? Huwag niyong ibibigay yung password ninyo. Kayo din mga babae, huwag kayong hingi ng Facebook ng lalaki para itry kung mahal ka ba niya or hindi. You have to respect privacy of the person. Kasi kahit ako, I am good at I am good at retrieving password. I am even good at hacking devices, but I don't do that. I just do it for the purpose of helping people not to become victims of cybercrime. I myself, hindi ko hinihingi ang password ng husband ko because it is a violation to their privacy. And I'm confident enough to know na kung mahal ako ng tao, wala siyang gagawing masama. Nakuha ninyo? Oh. So, boys, wag din kayong maging vulnerable. Wag niyong ibigay ang password ninyo. Kasi kapag naghiwalay na kayo, pwede yang magamit against sa'yo. Okay? I hope I am clear with that. From Mr. Jeffrey Terezo, good AM, ma'am. Regarding to hackers, in a previous discussion says that there are intelligent hackers. So to these hackers, does it mean that the agency or PNP maglisod jud to seize in persons or hackers? Ug unsaon kaha pagdakop ani sa nakalidad nga hacker? Thank you, ma'am. So, you are not a hacker if you are not intelligent, by the way. So, magaling talaga kapag sinabi mong hacker. Pero, take note na yung mga na-hire sa PNP or kayo later on, mga bright side ta, no? So, we can be able to actually trace them and profile them of who they are. How? We know what their modus operandi is. We will know their location because with you doing a certain activity online, we can get your IP address. And with that IP address, we can actually locate where are you coming from? Saan ka galing na lugar during the time of the commission of a certain crime. So hindi pa rin imposibleng mahuli sila, no? Kasi yung pag-iisip ng mga hacker, they are so invisible enough. The answer is no. They can actually be detected. And pati yung modus operandi nila, nandyan lang. So kung hindi man mahuli sa araw na to, mayroong araw na mahuhuli pa rin sila and it's still not impossible. Kasi kung intelligent ang hacker, intelligent din ang police officers, especially ng ACG, in terms of cybercrime. John Vincere Katong. Sir, ma'am, good morning. My question ako, bakit madami tayong law na nag-forbid about cybercrime? Tapos konti lang ang impact sa public at madami pa rin cases about cybercrime. Kasi nga, walang awareness. That is my advocacy, ladies and gentlemen. I want an awareness campaign all throughout the Philippines about cybercrime. Not all are enrolled in Bachelor of Science in Criminology para ma-undergo ang introduction to cybercrime na subject, right? But if we make awareness campaigns for our community, we can help the government implement effectively the RA 10175, starting with you in your region, Region 12. Pwede kayong gumawa ng awareness campaign kung sino man ang cybercrime professor ninyo. Pwede kayong gumawa ng cybercrime awareness campaign. Pwede din kayong pumunta sa mga barangay. I am even invited to barangays to speak about cybercrime and I honor it. Pumupunta ako sa barangay, ang mga participants ko ay mga parents na walang alam sa cybersecurity, walang alam sa digital world, pero gumagamit ng computer. So this is what I do to them as well. Awareness is the key. Okay? Anonymous attendee. Ma'am, for example, hacker ka, unja, na ay gusto mo hackpod sa imo. Enough ba ang pag-off sa imong device to keep you safe? The answer is no. Enough ba ang pag-off sa imong device? The answer is no. What if mode of hacking niya is through your email, not the computer itself? So for example, kung na-predict mo na may mag-hack sa computer mo, you have to shut it down properly. So hindi din maganda ang computers ninyo na palagi lang naka-sleep mode. It should be shut down properly. And ang pinaka-safe way to prevent hacking is to be aware of the modes of operations of hackers para alam mo kung anong gagawin nila, alam mo kung paano siya ma-counter. So you become now the human firewall I am trying to discuss earlier. Another anonymous attendee, ma'am, how to improve cybersecurity of an individual to minimize the chances of being victimized by cybercrime? Give us tips and advice, ma'am. Thank you. If computer for one, laptop or desktop, kasi almost students now are using desktops. If you are using Windows, okay, update your security softwares, your antivirus software. Huwag bumili ng OS na 500 pesos. Yung pag nagpapa-install ka, 500 pesos na ang bayad, may Windows 11 ka na, yun, isa yun. Dapat genuine siya. Another thing is, kapag meron kang antivirus software, dapat genuine siya. Hindi yung downloaded lang sa internet tapos in-install mo. Hindi mo alam, nag-install ka ng antivirus pero actually, malwares or botnets na ang meron sa laptop mo. Okay? Ano po dapat gawin, ma'am, if may na-click na link sa FB or Messenger, and then your FB profile suddenly posting and sending things on its own? Actually, it's not sending things on its own. Somebody was able to access your account, getting your Facebook account and your password, and it publishes or posts anything, especially scandalous posts doon sa wall mo. What you can do is contact Facebook, okay, report the profile and explain to them na account mo siya pero may na-click kang link and then therefore iba na ang admin nun. Pwedeng i-change na ang password mo, hindi mo na ma-open pero may mga post pa rin na nakakahiya against you. So pwede mong pwede kang mag-message sa Facebook for that. I-report mo ang profile. Or pwedeng magpa-blatter ka. That is serious already. Pwede kang magpa-blatter dyan sa Region 12. Meron kayong ACG for the region. So after blatter, pwede ka nilang ibigay or i-relay nila ang case mo doon sa ACG para ma-action na ng ACG and officially ma-turn down na yung Facebook account na yan. Okay? Gio Jonathan Saranza. Good morning, ma'am. Why porn sites still exist pa until now? Di ba may actions na tagihimo sa NPC, ma'am, na ma-block nila ang porn sites? Tapos another question, ma'am. Mahak pa ba gihapon bisan fully secured na? Okay. First question. May gihimo ang NTC na gi-block ang porn sites. Merong statement nagbinigay ang NTC that might block porn sites in the Philippines. Pero so long na na-open nyo pa ang porn sites ngayon, that means hindi pa block ang porn sites dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? Another thing, mahak pa ba gihapon bisan fully secured na? How will you know kung fully secured ba ka? Ang atong balay na ay door, di ba? Ang door na ay lock. Bisan pagbutangan na nimog na pulo ka door locks. Can you say na fully secured ka na? Remember, in industrial security, the purpose of door and a lock is to delay the entry of a person. Hindi ka pa rin fully secured. Kahit 10 na ang antivirus software mo. Awareness is the key. Kung hindi ka pa rin aware sa mga possibilities na pwede nilang gawing attack against you, hindi ka fully secured. Okay? Good morning, ma'am. My question is, what can you say about the man called alias Luffy, the notorious Japanese criminal that was recently arrested here in our country? Yes, what they do is that they have a big, para siyang yung si Luffy kasi, big company na yan sila, hackers. Ang ginagawa nila is, nandito sila sa Pilipinas, pero ang attack nila is sa Japan, right? So nahuli sila dito sa Philippines ngayon. So, what can I say is that I'm amazed, negatively amazed, kasi ang galing ng software na ginamit nila, of which I will not explain to you, pero magaling sila because natakasan nila yung security measures na meron sa Japan. Nakapasok pa rin sila kasi nandito sila sa Pilipinas. Bright good sila. They are really intelligent, yes. Miss Anonymous attendee na nagtanong about kay Luffy, you have a very good future. Why? Because you are updated with the current events, especially with cybercrime. So ipagpatuloy mo yan, huwag kang nood-nood ng anime, huwag ka manood ng mga K-drama, more on documentaries and current news and updates. Thank you so much. Another anonymous attendee is asking, what crime regarding cybercrime is the most committed? Yun nga, child pornography, cybersex, identity theft, and computer-related forgery, illegal access, yun. Ma'am, may privacy pa ba ta sa SIM registration? Okay. Napabatay privacy sa SIM registration? Yes. The answer is yes. Why? Kasi it is the government who implemented it. Then therefore, it is expected that the government will protect our privacy by not giving our information to other entities or people. I used virtual private network, VPN sometimes. And when I tried to trace my IP address, it changed to another country. My question is it safe to use VPNs? Yung cellphone ko, meron din siyang VPN. Ang isa sa purpose ng VPN, Mr. Anonymous Attendee, is that, for example, pag nag-book ka ng flight mo and all, hindi niya matitrace yung location mo for the purpose of your privacy. Is it safe? The answer is yes. Kapag galing siya doon sa phone mo, may VPN ka sa settings. Pero kapag in-install mo lang siya, for example, sa laptop mo, at ginamit mo siya, I am not sure. That is because hindi natin alam sino ang developer niyan and kung ano ang purpose niya. The mere fact that you installed something for free on your computer makes you vulnerable for cybercrime attacks. Another anonymous attendee, in salami attack, ma'am, ano po yung pagkakaiba ng salami slicing in penny shaving? Okay. In salami slicing and penny shaving, actually, almost the same lang sila. Magkaiba lang yung term na ginamit. Pero yung mode of operation nila, almost the same lang. And again, Mr. Anonymous Attendee, very good kasi alam mo ang mga salami attacks. Kagaya kanina nung Luffy from Japan. Okay? Good morning, ma'am. Minyoza, Merry Christmas. How about kung ang FB nga karaan, ma'am, wala na ko'y access sa email, nakalimot na sab ko sa password. Tas, karaan na akong si pinaka-login, tas daot na, ma'am. Dili na ba na ako ma-open jud ang FB nga karaan, ma'am? Depende. Kung gusto mo pa rin siyang i-open, yun nga, magdaan ka first sa email mo kung maalala mo pa or hindi na. Now, speaking of kung ang cellphone mo naka-login hapon dito ang imuhang Facebook account, tapos dili na siya mag-on, remember ha, kanang inyong mga guba na mobile phones or anything, ayaw na ninyo ibaligya for 1,000 pesos sa mga computer shops. Kasi hindi lang parts ang kukunin nila doon. Pwede nilang ma-retrieve ang mga conversations mo, ang pictures and videos mo doon na may ginagawa ka, for example. Okay? So, depende yun sa'yo kung gusto mo pa talaga siyang makuha. Pero may mga bagay na kailangan kasi nating tanggapin at unawain na yun ay tapos na. Pwede naman gumawa lang ng bagong account, di ba? Mr. Jerome Rasonabe, for a while ha, give me 10 seconds, iinom lang ako ng water. Okay, so hi there again. So my next question is, ito, anonymous attendee. Ma'am, enough na ba ang antivirus sa laptop kontra sa mga viruses, dili gihapon enough ang antivirus software. Dapat ikaw mismo na user ng laptop na yon. Kasi may ibang links kasi class na kasi alam na ngayon ng mga hacker na may antivirus software ka, tama? So they will manipulate you by using another platform like authoritative platform para maniwala kang okay lang siyang i-open with the link and naka-off. Or if not, kahit naka-on ang iyong antivirus software, kaya niya pa rin i-penetrate ang computer mo. So, hindi siya enough. Ang pwede mong gawin para hindi ka talaga maging victim ng cybercrime, do not use gadgets, do not use computers. Pero, imposible din yun kasi may online classes, di ba? May mga klase dito na lang sa cyberspace. And imposible din siya kasi nagso-social media tayo. Imposible din siya kasi ang mode of communication is online na. Tama? So, everyone is really vulnerable to become victims of cybercrime. Safe na ba imong FB account if change nimo ang imo password? Pagka man nakadawat ka og notification na naay gusto mo open sa imo account. Well, hindi pa rin siya safe pero that's a good step. Meron na ngayong multiple verification ang Facebook. Pwedeng facial recognition, magte-text pa siya sa'yo bago ka makalagin or if not, mag-email pa siya sa'yo. Please use the multiple password offered by Facebook. Ma'am, good morning. What will happen if the internet domain name masuyod ng hacker? Maapektuhan ba ang IP address? Oo. So, ang domain name mo, kapag nakuha ko ang IP address, ma-hack ko yung computer mo. I can actually do that. And yes, pwede siya. Pag nakuha niya, especially yung IP address mo. Kaya nga, hindi tayo pwedeng kung saan-saan lang nakiki-hotspot. If you are in a public place, in an airport for example, tapos merong mga public wifi na free of charge, walang password, diretso ka lang open. Remember, anything that is too good to be true is not true. Huwag kang mag-connect doon. Why? Kapag nag-connect doon, malaki ang possibility na pwede niyang ma-manipulate ang computer mo. Kasi once you are connected to a certain Wi-Fi address, yung admin nun, pwede niya nang makita kung anong ginagawa mo doon sa phone mo. Kuha? So it's better to spend 99 pesos for 1 week sa Globe, for example, para meron kang sarili mong data. Huwag kang palaging nag-a-avail ng mga public wifi for free. Kasi yun nga, mahirap siyang paniwalaan kasi masyado siyang totoo. Yung parang too good to be true. So mas better may sarili kang data. Hi ma'am, good morning. Ask ko lang, naaman good lain tao naghimo ng FB account gamit ang name sa ako auntie. Unsay solution anak ma'am? Thank you ma'am. So, may FB account ginawa tapos ang auntie mo ang ginawang pangalan doon at pati picture. So ang pinaka pwede mong gawin is ipa-blotter agad 'yon sa nearest police station kung asan kayo para ma-actionan din niya ng ACG para ma-preserve, malocate ang IP address noon and malaman kung sino yung gumawa ng account na 'yon. So possible 'yon, okay? Blotter, police station. Good morning, ma'am. Safe ba gamitin ang Google account pag nag-save ka sa imong important credentials? Cloud storage. So, this is not new to us already. We know na kahit wala tayong USB, pwede na tayong mag-save ng file sa cloud storage. And for one, Gmail. Gmail has Google Drive. Save ba na mag-save doon ng files? The answer is no. Kasi hindi na nga safe yung documents mo kahit nasa USB siya, how much more kung nasa cyberspace talaga siya. Kahit may password ka, pwede pa rin yan ma-hack. So yes. Good morning ma'am. Paano po malaman na fake or poster yung ginagamit sa account sa FB? Yan yung problema. Ang isa sa pwede mong gawin kapag for example may mag-add sa'yo na tao, okay? Ang pwede mong gawin is i-check kung kailan ginawa yung profile. Malalaman mo yan eh. Kung recent lang siya, kaduda-duda siya. Another thing is, kung may mga friends ba siya doon. Kung may mga friends siya, tapos iilan lang at hindi mo kilala, how come alam niya ang Facebook mo? So, meron siyang malicious intent. Tama? So, yun yung isa sa mga pwede mong gawin para malaman kung fake or poster ang gumagamit sa FB account. And one security thing that you can do for your Facebook account to be secured is dapat i-hide ninyo ang friends list ninyo or naka-Facebook lock kayo. Ayan. Good morning from Froilan Bertudaso. Good morning, ma'am. What if na-hack mo FB account? Then kabayo, ha? Kabayo ka? Kao kung may nag-hack tapos mag-hire ka ng hacker para i-hack sa ila FB account. Malayable ba ka? Of course. Na-hack ang FB mo, alam mo sino nag-hack, paano mo nalaman na siya talaga ang nag-hack? Tapos, nag-hire ka din ng hacker para i-hack ang account niya. Nag-hire ka ng hacker para i-hack ang hacker. Are you liable? Yes, because that is another thing. Illegal access can be done by a person to the other. Kahit victim ka pa, pero ginawa mo din sa kanya yung ginagawa sa'yo, then you are putting the law in your hands and that's wrong. So you violated RA 10175. Yes, big yes. Good morning, ma'am. Tinuod, in every 60 days, ma-change ta og password sa FB. Depende sa'yo. Pwede kang mag-change over 60 days, pwedeng after 15 days, depende sa'yo. Pero, problema niyan, pwede mong makalimutan yung next password mo. Ganon. So for me, I haven't changed my password for almost 1 year already. Okay lang naman siya. As long as naka-private profile ako, as long as hindi ko nilalagin sa iba ang account ko. Okay? Pwede 60 days, pwede din hindi. Depende sa'yo. Good morning, ma'am. Cyber harassment also considered a cybercrime? Of course! Okay? So, the attack is your psychological well-being, right? So, depende kung ano yung ginagawa niyang harassment sa'yo. Pwedeng cyber-stalking, pwedeng sextortion, ganun. Still, that is a cybercrime with the use or aid of computer or computer network. Anthony Surigao. Surigao talaga apelido mo. Siguro ikaw yung may-ari ng Surigao. Okay? Good morning, Anthony. Tanong ko lang po, ano ang mga devices na ginagamit ng mga hacker para makapang-hack ng mga information ng iban maliban sa computer and CP? Meron pa po ba? Yes, marami yan. For example, hindi ko i-mention ang name, pero for example, gusto mong misuse of devices yan eh. Gusto mong makita kung anong ginagawa nila sa other room. For example, nasa hotel ka, yung television nila, anong pinapanood nila. There's this device that they use to hack the television of another. Kasi nga, smart TV na, diba? So, pwede ka na doon mag-manipulate kung ano din ang pwedeng mapanood nila. Marami siya. Hindi lang cellphone and laptop. Marami silang device na pwedeng gamitin. Yung device para mawala ang signal mo. For example, meron kang data, may load ka, pero nawala ang data mo. Pero may nag-offer ng free data. Actually, hacker na yon. Pag nag-connect ka sa network niya kasi desperate ka magpasa ng assignment mo, nag-connect ka sa kanya, hindi mo alam, ina-access niya na yung computer mo. Pwede yon. Ma'am, safety na ba, Tamas, sa massive data breach like sa Comelec data leak? No. Kasi nga, last year lang, di ba, there are 3 young men who tried to illegally access the Smartmatic company for the political reasons. Gusto nila i-change ang result ng election. So, no. Ma'am, is it true ba na matrace ang Google company ang mga credentials na nasave mo sa imong account? Yes. Kasi nga, si Google, ang admin ng Google Drive. So, lahat ng sinave mo doon sa Google Drive, may access sila nun. Kasi nga, sila yung admin. Yes. The answer is yes. Ma'am, what is the effect kanang virus sa phone nga na ay magtatak ng any picture sa taas sa imong phone once mag-online, ma'am? Ug may solution, ma'am, na mo. Ano yung magtatak? Kanang virus sa phone nga na ay magtatak-tatak? Hindi ko maintindihan magtatak-tatak. Anong signature? Tatak? I don't know. I'm sorry, hindi ko maintindihan yung question. Please rephrase the question. Good AM, ma'am. Shikaina Dave. I was confused lang, ma'am, if you use strong password like using symbols, is it really secured na dyan ang account mo? Hindi talaga siya secured. Nothing is 100% secured in the digital world, no? So, if you want to use a very strong password, wag mong gamitin ang apelyido mo, birthday ng mama mo, pangalan ng papa mo, pangalan ng boyfriend mo. Or anong pwede mong gawin? You may think of your favorite movie of all time. Favorite movie, sino ang director, kailan siya ginawa. So that way, that is another challenge to the hacker, di ba? Kasi hindi nila ma-predict ano ang favorite movie mo. Ikaw lang may alam kung anong favorite movie mo. Right? And yes, mas better ang password kapag may small letter and big letter siya, may special symbols and numbers, more than 15 characters if possible. So yes. And yung kapag may laptop ka, di ba pag nag-encode tayo ng password doon, do you want to save the password? Pwedeng yes, pwedeng no. Pwedeng yes kasi ikaw lang ang gumagamit ng computer at wala ka sa computer shop. Pwedeng no kapag nakikilog-in ka lang. So in my case, naka-yes siya because I'm using Mac. And for me, Mac is more established compared to Windows. So therefore, save lahat ng passwords ko dito. Kasi kahit hindi mo din siya i-save, si Google alam niya actually ang password mo, no? Good day, ma'am. Last. Ano to? I was confused lang, ma'am. Okay. Tapos na pala siya. Ito lang, hindi ko masagot, Mr. Jeffrey Arizo. Hindi ko alam yung tatak-tatak. Ano yun? Yung anonymous attendee pala yun. AJ, what should I do, ma'am, if I found out that my computer has been compromised and someone is talking to my activity? What you can do is to reformat your laptop. Everything, reformat mo siya para mawala yung meron doon. As much as possible, tanggalin mo din ang lahat ng files doon sa computer before reformatting. That way, wala na siyang access sa lahat na kung anong meron sa laptop. You start with a new OS. Okay? So that's what you can do. Yung tatak-tatak, hindi ko siya maintindihan. I'm sorry. Jeffrey Terizo. Good morning, ma'am. For example, the hacker created an online business like Freeload. Okay? Gumawa ang hacker ng business tapos freeload 1 month. And the registration is affordable. And I joined. Then I didn't know that it was illegal. Am I liable for a certain crime? I think the answer is it depends. Depende kung naka-join ka na doon sa business ng isang hacker, ano yung mga ginawa mo. If you are aware na hacker pala siya, pero wala ka namang ginawa to other people, I think it's not a violation. Pero kung meron kang ginawang actions, even if it's not cybercrime, still you have committed that. Kasi 'di ba, ignorance of the law excuses no one. So if alam mong crime na siya and you're still there, then you could be committing a certain crime, if not a cybercrime. Basin mo pop up, ma'am, iyang pasok. Ha? Anong pop? Yung mag-pop up. Yeah. Okay. So, for example, explain ko ha. For example, ang cellphone ko, naka-online ako, tapos may nagpa-pop up na mga pictures. So, baka may nagpa-pop up siya. Tapos, anong pwede kong gawin kung may mga nagpa-pop up na ganon? Wag mo siyang i-click kasi the moment you click that photo, you are redirected to another site. Lazada, for example, and other sites. So, kapag ginawa mo yon, then therefore, vulnerable ka na for a cyber attack. So, thank you, anonymous attendee. James John Carrig. Ma'am, good morning. Are you familiar sa application na BF Football na maka-earn og money by following some simple tasks like daily betting, but sadly, the application have shut down and tanan money sa mga nag-download sa app na git-top up is nawala. Last year, my friends and my neighbors lost also their money. So, app, BF Football. I'm not familiar with BF Football, but with your story right now, it seems that it's a scam. So pwede ka, yung parang generate ka lang nila ba? Kasi you'll use online currency, no? So kapag nag-like ka lang to and you follow simple rules, lalaki ng lalaki ang pera. So kung ako yung developer ng BF Football and marami na siyang followers kasi dumami sila kasi alam nilang kikita sila ng pera, and kapag enough na siya for me, i-shut down ko ang apps, then transfer lahat ng online currencies nyo sa akin na. So akin na yung pera, na-scam kayo. Okay? Hindi ako familiar. Ma'am, yung paghahack po ba ng wifi ng iba is matatawag ba itong cybercrime? Yes! That's a cybercrime! Pero kung ang gusto mo lang is makakonect sa wifi nila, impossible naman. Pero kapag nakapasok ka sa system nila, pwede pa rin siyang maging cybercrime. That's illegal access. Kasi it's not just the computer that you're hacking. That's the computer system. Wi-Fi is a computer system. And if you are hacking the Wi-Fi password of another person, especially your neighbor, for example, kasi yun yung malapit, di ba, sa kwarto mo, hinak mo yung password niya. Yes, that is a cybercrime and it's illegal access. Why? Kasi kapag nakapasok ka sa system nila, actually, pwede mo lang makita lahat ng devices connected doon at pwede mo silang makontrol lahat at kung ano yung ginagawa nila, makikita mo din. So, it's a cybercrime. Good morning, ma'am. Safe po ba gumamit ng Windows 7 even though di na siya supported ng Microsoft? The answer is no kasi kung hindi na siya supported ng Microsoft, Windows 11 na kasi ang meron ngayon, di ba? How ka meron ka pang Windows 7? Baka crack lang yan. So, itigil mo na yan, gumamit ka ng latest. Good morning, ma'am. Pila ka ubos? Pila ka ubos ang penalty sa cybercrime, ma'am? Nagdepende ba ni ma'am sa tagbo? Ano ang penalty ng cybercrime? Yes, depende ang years of stay in a detention facility kung ano yung ginawa mo. Merong 6 months and 1 day to 12 years imprisonment, just like other law. So, I advise you to read RA 10175 kasi nandun sa baba yung penalties niya according to what you have committed. Depende kung gaano ka bigat ang ginawa mong violation. Apple Face Casera, good day ma'am. Unsa ka tinuod adtong 20K hacking tries recorded sa Comelec site adtong 2022 kay BBM? I have a slide for that earlier, right? Na may nahuli na 3 tao for trying to hack the Smartmatic. Tinuod to siya, yung kay BBM. During his time na nagtakbo siya for president, merong 3 tao na nag-try i-hack ang Smartmatic para ma-change sana ang result ng election. But ma'am, about sa naadjay nag-pop up sa phone. Paano mawala ang pop-ups ng phone? So, alam nyo ba, ang isa sa pinaka-reason bakit may mga nagpa-pop up sa phone ninyo or mga floating windows is that because you're using, for example, may Mobile Legend ka, okay? Nag-install ka ng Mobile Legend sa phone mo. Along with Mobile Legend, kaya siya famous ngayon, big company na ang Mobile Legend. That is because may mga company na nagbayad kay Mobile Legend na along with your installation of Mobile Legend, pwede silang mag-pop up sa phone mo. Naku ha, kaya free si Mobile Legends sa'yo. Kasi ikaw si Mobile Legend ang nagbe-benefit sa'yo. Remember that anything that is too good to be true is actually not true. So pwedeng yung mga nagpa-pop up like Lazada, nagbayad yun kay Mobile Legend para pwede silang mag-stream ng pop-ups nila sa phone mo. Okay? That's psychological manipulation. Advertisements. Hindi ba kayo nagtataka yung kapag may sinearch ka sa Shopee na shoes, for example, Nike shoes and all, tapos pagpunta mo ng Facebook, may mga ads na about Nike shoes or Adidas, ganon. So that's how it works. Diyan sila kumikita ng pera. Yung yung tawag sa Windows na share it, yung share it, very, very rampant. May install na share it sa app mo. Every time mag-open ka, ang dami nang nagpa-pop up kasi sila nagbayad kay share it para pwede silang mag-advertise. So, paano maiwasan na may mga pop-up? Huwag kang mag-install ng share it. Huwag kang mag-install ng Mobile Legends. Ganon. anything that is free, sila ang nagbe-benefit actually. Good day, ma'am. The Pornhub is blocked in the Philippines, pero bakit meron pang naka-open nito at nakakapanood? Involved ba dito ang VPN? Good morning, Mr. Marvin Tordillo. As far as I know, hindi block ang Pornhub sa Philippines. Kahit ngayon, i-search ko ang Pornhub, meron pa rin siya sa Pilipinas. So, hindi siya block sa Philippines. Anonymous attendee, ma'am, are all antiviruses effective in all devices? Ma'am, that depends. If that is paid antivirus software, or if not, kung free lang siya, downloadable from the internet, suspicious yun. Okay? I was confused lang if you're strong pa. Ay, tapos na to. Okay na. So I think I have answered all the questions. Sir St. John Kailing. Hi, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning once again. Very informative yung ginawa nating seminar. We are grateful actually. Nag-drive ako ngayon. Dito lang ako para magsalita sa sa seminar natin. So anyone, baka meron pa kayong gustong itanong kay ma'am. So we need to take advantage of her precious time from the attendees. May mga magtatanong pa ba? I think, ma'am, yun lang yung mga questions.
Actually, sir, I've answered like more than 50 questions from your students already. And that's very good to know kasi they are very interested and well aware of what I am trying to discuss here about cybercrime.
Yes, po, ma'am. Actually, nagpapasalamat kami considering that ako personally, I tell them, I don't have any technical know-how as to the cybercrime investigation, considering na hindi pa ako nakapag-training talaga. But what I can give them is to the content, kung ano yung posibleng itanong sa board exam. So, as to theory lang tayo, but as to the technicalities of the cybercrime investigation, hindi ako ganun knowledgeable. So, nagpapasalamat kami, ma'am, na nabigyan mo kami ng konting oras mo, and we hope na mabibisit mo yung Surigao City para maganda ka ng review sa kanila. Okay, I'm sure papayag yan si Dr. Casio. Di yan magalit, ma'am, mag-i-invite kita dito. Okay? So para ma-ready namin yung mga seafoods, ma'am. Maraming seafoods dito sa Surigao City. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
May Miss MC, what's next? Joy?
Yes, sir. I think that ends our seminar. So from the bottom of our hearts, Char, in behalf of the participants, ma'am, we would also like to thank you for your time, effort, and also the information that you have shared to our dear participants. And I hope that this information will be used for their future profession. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, so once again, ma'am, in behalf of Northeastern Mindanao Colleges, from the College of Criminal Justice Education, we would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to you in giving a very informative seminar in cybercrime investigation. We hope and pray that our students, as the future vanguards of justice, will be now become an ambassador in helping other people who are not yet really into this digital world, no? I hope and pray that the digital literacy will be continue and cascaded, of course, by having this future vanguards of justice as our force multiplier, particularly in this IT era. Okay? So, ma'am, again, maraming salamat, at sana ay makita po namin kayo in person in Surigao City. I would like also to extend my heartfelt thanks to Chapter House Publishing Incorporated, headed by the handsome, totoong public servant, at saka kahit pagod na patuloy pa rin na lumalaban para sa bayan. Si Dodong Dr. Winston Romero Jan Casio. Sir, thank you so much for sponsoring this seminar, and sana po ay marami pa po tayong ma-educate pagdating sa cybercrime investigation. So thank you, ma'am, and kita-kita po tayo soon, ma'am. In your free time, invite po namin kayo sa Surigao City.
Thank you,
Hello
sir.
po.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So, in behalf of Chapter House Publishing Incorporated and WJRC Review Center, pinorward po sa akin yung note as a closing remark of WJRC. So, I will just read it, okay? Just listen. The way we live and the way we respond to the challenges of crime has been reshaped because of the advent of frontier technologies brought about by the fourth industrial revolution. AI, or the artificial intelligence, and other digital technologies help individuals, groups, and communities, institutions, and organizations advance in its processes and make tasks more easier. This is the promise of technologies in the fourth industrial revolution, which is the speed. Since speed is the trust, cybercrime and cybercriminals are also happening every now and then. Limitless and boundless. Limitless since it encompasses all aspects of life, and boundless since cybercrimes goes beyond cyberspaces. Now, the challenge to us, especially you, criminology students, remain in our hands on how we allow these cyber criminals or cyber attackers enter into our doorstep. So think before we click. So again, thank you very much to our resource speaker, Ma'am El, and to the organizer of this program. Maraming salamat po.